What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into this edition of Warchant TV. I'm Aslan Hajavandi, joined by Warchant.com recruiting analyst Michael Langston. Use the promo code Warchant30 for 30 free days of access to the ultimate Seminoles sports source, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel right this second. Just go down to the lower right corner, hit subscribe now, hit the little bell to set your notifications. Also, hit the thumbs up button. We don't always bring you good news, but that's not our job. We're just here to bring you the news. On Monday, fans woke up, Michael, to not the best news coming off the loss to Notre Dame, and that's the fact that they need help on defense, and looks like maybe one of those cogs they were hoping for might not be coming after all.
All right, linebacker Branden Jennings, Rivals100 linebacker. That certainly a tough. He decided to reopen his recruitment. Didn't say, "Oh, see you later, FSU. I'm gone." I think he's still very interested in him. I think Branden generally loves FSU, but at the same time, you can understand, based on what's happened the first, 3 games or 3 or 4 games, it's been pretty difficult to watch. So you can understand a recruit feeling that way, like, man, this looks really bad. I don't know if they can turn this around. So maybe I need to reevaluate things and look at it. I had a good talk with his dad as far as probably like 2 weeks ago. Didn't really mention that much because it was just a general conversation. And, and I could tell there was a little bit of concern just on, it's like they just want them to win so bad. And you're just not seeing the progress that we're seeing consistently on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, there's obvious progress when you watch the offense. Defense, not so much yet, as far as on the field. We just, and here, so I think, certainly that could lead into it. Just based on my conversation with his dad, I just could tell, like, there was some concerns, like, hey, can they turn this around? Can they get it where it's productive? Because, I mean, you think about it, Branden's a top recruit, national recruit, and I don't think any father or kid wants to go into a situation where you're, coming thing where it's going to be rebuilding for 2 or 3 years. I mean, they want to see that there's progress, at least to a certain degree, and certainly sounds like, with Branden, he wants to see just if what else is out there, just to see and wait and see how FSU does on the field. I think that's a big deal. I hear a lot of people, they're like, wanting to fire coaches and stuff like that. It's just like, come on with that crap. It's just like, seriously, it's like, it's 1 year, and these guys have had spring or summer. So it's like, okay, the Branden Jennings thing is different. I understand Branden's feelings, but the football side of stuff, it's like a perfect storm of badness as far as just the defense. They just have been very poor. I've said on the board after the game, they need better players. That will help them. But this is going to take time to fix, where there's a lot of guys that develop bad habits that this staff has to fix and put the right guys out there. And certainly improvement on the field. There needs to be some growth to a certain degree. There needs to be some growth on the field when you watch FSU.
So, I mean, for you, this feels more like, actions have consequences. This defense obviously not performing. It's not necessarily an indictment on him not getting along with the staff, and the door still is open.
No, I don't. I mean, he likes Chris Marv a lot. I mean, that's the one thing his dad told me. He's like, he really likes him a lot. And I think Branden really wants them to win and be performing. I mean, it just hurts Branden when he watches it. It hurts him because he loves FSU. That's his favorite school growing up. That's his dream school. He loves FSU. He wants them to be good. But at the same time, you have to make, you're making a college decision. So he was going to take visits anyway. So it's just like, take some visits, see what's out there, see what FSU does as far as, changing on the field. And, but I don't think it's anything to do with the staff. I don't think it's anything to do with, I don't get along with the staff or stuff. I think it's just a product on the field, and those have results. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's Fuller. Fuller's terrible. DC stinks. He should fire him. But guess what? Here's the reality of that. You're still going to need better players regardless if you fire somebody or not. You still need better players. You still need better performances. You still need better just play in general for them to do anything and take stride. So it's a coaches and players thing. And I think Branden knows that, but I think Branden's just taking a step back and saying, you know what, let me see what's out there, see how they look, see how the thing goes with the season, and then go from there.
Is there any sense of who the competition might be now that the door is open?
Well, I think he's always, I mean, everyone circles Miami because his brother plays there. I haven't heard Miami like push really, really hard. Notre Dame's another team that he's liked. So he's like Notre Dame, ironically, since FSU just got through playing them. So that's a team he's liked. So I haven't heard those teams as far as talking to him. He's talked to a few of them, but I haven't heard any specific teams. But I just mentioned Notre Dame, that I remember them being in there. That's a team that those are a couple of teams that probably could be talking to. But he's been dealing with probably a lot of schools, and I still think it's pretty wide open. Not that I still think FSU can get back in there, but they have to, there has to be growth on the field where Branden can see, hey, I'm coming into a situation where, one, I know I don't think it's about Branden thinking he can play there. I think Branden knows he can play there. He knows he can help them right away. I think it's about them showing growth, that when I come in there, we're just not going to be dismal again. He wants to be, he wants to be joining a good program. He wants to be joining a program. They don't have to be good now, but a program that he sees growth in their future.
Again, 4-star linebacker, Rivals 100 product, FSU legacy. Branden Jennings reopens his recruitment with the decommitment to Florida State here on Monday morning. Michael, thanks for the information. We know when anything changes on that front, you'll definitely let us know over on the PRB on warchant.com.
You got it. Thank you, bud.